Lord knows Charlotte's in a bikini every other episode. It's always kind of the joke. Charlotte's in another bikini again. I haven't read the books, but I hear they're amazing. Liam's awesome. I've known Josh for years. I can't wait to see him in that role. I think you guys interviewed him recently, right? And he said something like he's never connected to a role more. Josh and I met, gosh, I don't even know. I don't even remember how we met, but we just have kind of a bunch of mutual friends and that kind of thing, so we would see each other out or at events. You know, that's always a situation you have to approach once you read the script and once you meet the filmmakers. I feel like I'm very good at reading people and knowing their intentions. And if I ever feel that a director is just trying to get something juicy or, you know, they're like I did a film, a zombie comedy film in Michigan last year. And there were, you know, parts where I was just in my bra or that sort of thing. And it took a lot of discussion before filming that scene, like what exactly is going to happen, how are you going to show it, how is it going to contribute to the story, which, you know, in a zombie film, it was kind of more for giggles and for the nerdy main character than anything, but it has to serve a purpose. If you're talking about exposing my body and that kind of thing, because that's usually a topic of how far you will or won't go. I love my body and I'm not ashamed of it. I don't know if I would ever go fully nude for anything, but bits and pieces here and there, if it contributes to the story, I don't see a problem with. Lord knows Charlotte's in a bikini every other episode. It's always kind of the joke. Charlotte's in another bikini again. For me, homeschooling was the most perfect option because I started working so young, so it kind of allowed me to do both at once. And so I think if you're working, that's a brilliant option. And other than that, it really allows you, because going to school, you're at school how many hours a day? Like 6 hours a day. And I feel a lot of that could be wasted time, you know, with just getting from class to class or lunch period and all that. When you're homeschooled, I feel like you really have the opportunity to explore things that interest you. You know, the average person doesn't need to take out a time period to sit down and have lunch. You know, you can be sitting there playing your guitar if you want and eating a sandwich. You know, so it's just like, it allows you the freedom to really follow your passions, which I believe is so important. Because then you discover what you want to do, and then later, if I want to go study something professionally, I can take those courses at university or even at, you know, community college or what have you. It's great for sports. So I think it really allows you the freedom to explore what's in here. Not that school doesn't, I think that was the benefit for me. Really the only downside is when it comes up in conversation like, oh, I was prom king, or I did this for homecoming or what have you, and you don't have anything to contribute because you didn't go to high school, at least for me. But I had other experiences. I was traveling and I was working and meeting great people, and so I guess that's really the only downfall, is I can't contribute to that conversation. I guess I know that acting is the career for me on a daily basis. It's not, I don't feel like I ever had that epiphany moment because I started so young. I was 8 when I first got into it, so it's kind of all I've ever known. And so when you look at yourself in the mirror and you see yourself as a person, I am a painter, I am an engineer. That's what I am. You don't see it as, I'm gonna do this for a while. It's just, I am an actor. So there's never really any room for change. It's just what I do, it's who I am. I might try other things on the side, but that's who I see when I look in the mirror. It's my identity. I have a kitty cat named Dexter, and he's my little boy, and he lives with me, and it's just the two of us, and we're best friends. He sleeps with me every night and wakes me up at 5 a.m. every morning by biting me on the toes and letting me know, Mommy, it's time for breakfast. Keeps me on a schedule. I have one tattoo on my foot. You can see it. I haven't completely explored my genealogy, but so I've heard I'm Irish. So it's in Gaelic, and it's an ancient proverb that basically means your feet will bring you to wherever your heart is. So it's written in Gaelic, and that's its translation, and I believe that entirely. It's basically dream it, do it. If you can imagine it, it can be done.